How old were you when you knew you could be a professional artist?
I was a curious, cleverish little boy. I drew a lot, but when I look at those drawings, there aren't many left, but and remember those drawings, no one was looking at my work saying, this young man has a gift, I mean, they were very typical, fairly violent little boy drawings. There were certain friends that I would get together with and draw. What's funny is, that still kind of happens with Steve Estonet, who's one of the filmers here today. We draw, and like when I was a little boy, it's largely to kind of make each other laugh. But I was graduated from high school early because I was in Pakistan and the Iran crisis began in neighboring Iran, and there were demonstrations at the embassy in Islamabad, and they ended up burning the embassy, and demonstrators attacked our school, and we were evacuated, and they graduated the seniors early. And so I suddenly thought, I've got to go to college. I went to Salt Lake City, where my brother was in college, and started there, and no idea what I wanted to be. I took some art classes. I took art classes in high school, but it never occurred to me that art was something that could be done. And so I became interested in architecture from Professor Peter Goss. I remember. I think he's still in Salt Lake. I need to go find him because he's made such a huge difference to my life. But Peter, I became very interested in architecture. And at the time, they didn't have an undergraduate degree in architecture. So he said, just get an undergraduate degree in whatever you want. And so I thought, I kind of like my art classes. So I started art studies. About that time, I went on a mission, an LDS mission in Denmark. And when I came back, I decided to go get my undergraduate degree at BYU, and then with the plan of going into graduate work at the University of Utah. But just a semester or two into my art studies, it became apparent that there was something kind of trying to work its way out, and I assumed at that point that I would teach. All of my mentors were professors, and so I assumed that I would be a teacher too. And it wasn't until after my master's degree that I thought, maybe I should just paint, and moved to Kanosh. And my studio was across the street then. I was there for 5 or 6 years before I moved over here. And it took about 10 years of painting before I was really generating something that might be called livelihood. Yeah, that's kind of it. I was in college before I had any notion of being an artist.
This kind of goes along